but I did not fall. Something good is coming up. Free like a bird, but also bound up. And my footsteps on the ground. I raise my head, listen to the sound. I'm happy with what I have found. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Just breathe, just breathe, just No one ever told me how hard it's gonna be. My way is full of branches, like the roots of a tree. Where should I go from here? I need a good advice. The elders waiting for me at sunrise. I'm in the prison, open doors, 10 directions on the floor. I lose my mind, lose my sight. Tell me how I'm gonna win this fight. Just breathe.
Hello.
Just breathe.
Hey,
Turn your mic up a little bit.
turn my mic up.
Yeah.
This better?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to. We're live. Doing this really weird, not really weird, but very complicated version of our awards ceremony. So I'm on my phone trying to see everybody in the chat. Just a reminder that the chat is probably about 5 to 10 seconds of delay behind you guys. So if you're in the chat, we're reading it, but it'll just take a second. Really weird, not really weird, but very complicated version of. Miss Pickock, can you turn that video down on your end? Okay. Gonna start coming through. Well, hello everybody out there. We got 22 people here. Hopefully more join us. So we're really excited to do this. This is kind of like new, and there's probably gonna be some mess ups and transitions that might be a little bit weird, but thank you guys for bearing with us.
Angel, Debbie, look at all the people.
We got more people coming in. Catherine.
Nicolette Stansberry. Is that
Nice.
Nicole?
I'm sure that's Nicole. So, all right. Everyone can hear us okay? If you can hear us okay in the chat, let us know, please.
Hi, Yuli. Hi, Kimberly.
Rolly, in order to claim first, you have to say first, but you didn't. You just said what's up, or you said hello. Okay, I'm assuming they can hear us, even though none of them. Okay. Oh, now they're responding. Oops, see, that takes a while. It takes about 15 seconds. Okay. Well, we're gonna kick this off and just kind of get started. We're gonna go through and we're gonna announce our awards, and then we have a slideshow put together for you guys that we're gonna watch. And it's gonna be available for download once this is over, and we'll post that link to remind you guys want to see that. This video will also stay up on the YouTube channel for those that want to see it who want to rewatch it or who can't be here with us. So, first of all, let me just say before this whole thing kicks off, next week on Monday, seniors from 10:30 to 12, you guys need to do your clearance with the school. Any money that you have left over, any kind of whatever you gotta clear on Monday from 10:30 to 12. And then if you're an underclassman, freshman, sophomore, or junior, you need to clear with us as far as just dropping off your uniforms and any money that you owe on Tuesday from 4 to 5. So just so that just so you know, okay. And we'll be sending out reminders over the weekend to remind you of that. But be aware so that we can get all this stuff in. Lorna, you had prepared a speech. Lorna, if you want to send me that speech, um, either through your Facebook Messenger or copy paste email it. I don't, or if you were gonna actually physically say it, we can have you join this Zoom session if you don't have it written down. If you want to give that speech, so same goes for any of the other seniors who wrote something that they wanted to say. We can have you join the Zoom session, and I can send you that information via Zoom. Miss Pitcock, can you copy that link that I sent you and
Yes.
send that to her either via remind or something? And then when it's the appropriate time, we'll ask you to join so that you can give that speech. Okay. So, without further ado, I'm just going to dive right into our first batch of awards that we have, and that is our Rising Star awards. And so these, let me just pull this up here. All right. So our Rising Star award goes to students who feel dive right into things that we do require. They jump in with both feet and they do not look back. They push themselves and their peers to try new things and are not afraid, even though they might feel like it on the inside. They're not afraid to put themselves out there, and although they may not know it now, they are showing what it takes to be future leaders of the Lopez Choir program. And it makes us proud that many of you fall into this category, and while we wish we could give this award to everyone, because there are more than just one of you, it is a tradition that we select one student from each class period that embodies this role of the rising star. Okay? And so I'm going to talk about the first award, which is for the sixth period men's choir. The first award goes to a student in my sixth period men's choir class. From the moment I first spoke with this student class, I could tell I was going to either have my hands full with a smart kid who might question everything I do, or two, I'll have a student who isn't afraid to do what needs to be done to achieve the goal. And I'm very thankful that this was number two. This year in choir was his first ever, as were many in the class. But this student stood out in particular because he genuinely sought guidance and feedback and made efforts to make himself better in class either by asking questions or working diligently in the practice room in some of his spare time. It was hard picking this award because this description matches so many of my guys in sixth period, and you know who you are. But one of them takes the cake. That student is Sean Aguirre. Sean is a junior at Lopez Early College High School, and this was his first year in choir. And um, all I can say is that anytime he needed any help or if when he was working on solo and ensemble, he always took everything that you said to him with a clear conscience, and he took it and he went with it. And all I want to say to you, Sean, is whenever you see this, is that I see a bright future for you, music and not just choir, but in all your endeavors. And I want you to keep pushing yourself. I want you to stay humble and keep being you, because being you is what's going to take you far. And I'm so excited for your year next year as a senior. So the sixth period Rising Star Award goes to Sean Aguirre. So you can give a round of applause for him at your home. I didn't have any sounds queued up
Okay.
so and then this next one is for the seventh period, and that is an award for Miss Peacock.
I win. Okay, my Rising Star Award goes to a freshman girl who showed up and decided she was going to throw herself into choir and theater culture. She signed up and participated in pretty much anything she could and excelled in the process. Janice, your quiet force in our choir hall during lunches never went unnoticed, along with your drive, passion, and commitment to everything you did. I couldn't be happier to announce and one day give you this award in person. I can't wait to see how far you will go in your next 3 years.
I don't know when. Oh, I muted myself. Sorry. I don't know when the award will show up. Did you say her name?
I did.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it.
You don't listen to me.
I was listening. I was trying to
Janice,
make
it
sure that
was you.
I got the transition right on the software. Aw, you guys are awesome in the chat. So supportive. All right. So the next up is the eighth period, and this one's tough. This was well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of knew exactly who I wanted to give this award to as soon as we started talking about it. Miss Pitcock and I, we meet throughout the year at different times of the year. Sometimes kind of like at the end of the fall concert area around November. Sometimes right after Christmas or before Christmas, and then kind of like right before we're going into UIL, we start talking about. We're always talking about, man, who get these awards and who we think they should go to, because it's ever fluctuating. And I mean, and I can truly say that so many more people deserve, you know, I wish I could. There are a lot of awards I wish I could hand out, um, but this one student, I mean, she came in and she just killed it every step of the way. And her freshman year, she came into choir. Uh, and about the second week of school, she comes into my office and hands me a schedule change and goes, "Sir, I have to get out of choir because I have to go cheerleading." And I was like, "What?" It's like, you can do both, and I was trying to tell her like that she could do both and that it was all gonna work out, and so she but unfortunately she left. And as a freshman you don't know everything that you know now. And um I was like, well, maybe I'll get her back her sophomore year. And then I didn't see her sophomore year, and then she came back her junior year and joined the women's choir. And she auditioned for everything. She went to every camp. She did everything that she could, and she always told me, I want to be an upbeat. I want to be in varsity choir. I want to do all these things. And instead of just talking about it, she did it, and she went after it every step of the way. And so, Evelyn Gomez, I'm giving you the eighth period Rising Star Award, because this year you came into choir and did everything in your power. You did all that you were expected to do and more, and never complained, never, ever once. You never showed fear, you never showed doubt, and those are skills that, I mean, that nobody can teach you. And so I'm so excited to see where your future takes you, and I'm so glad that you found your way back into the choir hall. And um, that's all I can really say. And congratulations on getting, because I don't think there's anybody else I would rather. So,
Yay,
congrats,
Evelyn.
Evelyn. I should have played my virtual clapping music. All right. Well, you can't really thank God for Zoom's low quality video, because then you could see some of the tears in my eyes.
I can see it.
Right? Well, I'm wearing my hat, so you can't see the redness in okay. So that this takes us on to the next portion of our awards ceremony, and another another hard area to pick. And these awards were introduced last year when Miss Pitcock came to Lopez and you know said, "Hey, we should do a Director's Choice Award." I was like, you know what, we should. I think it's a great idea. As long as you work out all the details and tell me how to do it. And so she did. And so I'm gonna let her go first. And the Director's Choice Award is an award where we pick one male and one female student across the choir program who we just want to give an award to being them and being awesome. And so, take it away, Miss Pitcock.
My first director's award goes to a student who, as a first year choir student, exhibited a great amount of courage and strength. He did the district mixed auditions, having never even been in choir ever before this year, and he did solo and ensemble. He fought through fear and tears the whole way, and I felt like a proud mom. Jonathan, I hope you learned a lot this year and continue your journey in choir. You have a great gift, and if you continue to work the way you did this year, you will go far. And I'm not sure that he's here,
Yeah,
but
he'll see this, I'm sure.
he definitely gave his all this year. Him and Evelyn, trying to be a power couple.
Power choir couple.
Yep. Aw,
So,
Evelyn, hello. Tell Jonathan. And you, congrats to you.
congrats, Evelyn, and congrats, Jonathan. If you could, well, this video will be up for viewing later, so you can watch it at any time if you can't make it right. By the way, I'm just gonna take this moment. A word from our sponsors, which we have none, so just a word from me. Um, if send this link to your choir friends, because I see 34 people in our chat, and I know there should be way more. So send that link out. Tell your friends to join up. They can just click the link and watch on their phone, and put some headphones in, cast it to the TV, whatever you gotta do. So take a moment right now. I'll wait. Uh, so I guess Mrs. Whitney is watching from somewhere because she just sent me a text that said PCC Power Choir Couple. So all right. So next we'll do my director's choice for the male category. And this one was tough, but I know that I picked the right kid, and um there's so many things I could say. So I'm just gonna tell you my history with this child. It was the fall choir camp for Allstate at Rivetta High School, and we were in the a lot of the times freshmen don't go to those camps because sometimes they don't get the word out, or they forget that they happen. And there's this student that walks in, and he kind of looks a little lost, a little shy, and real quiet. Oh, even though he did not turn out that way later. Um, and they ask, okay, if you're going to Lopez High School, come see, me. And I was there at the camp. And if you're going to, Rivetta High School, go over there. And so this student comes up to me and he's like, yeah, sir, I'm going to be at Lopez next year. And he didn't look familiar because I didn't see him at Lucio Potato. And he's like, well, it's because I went to Stillman Middle School. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And so, he goes through the camp, and I'm like, this kid's kind of shy. I don't know how this kid's gonna work out, but I'm glad he's here. And and then he showed up on the first week of school, and showed me that he played piano, and he knew all these things and all these skills, and became a leader very early on, in the men's choir. And so I'm so proud to give this award to Sergio Hernandez for just being an awesome kid and for always being a positive force in this choir program. Never never had anything bad to say, and always an optimist. And even things were, might have been serious, he always found a bright way to look at things, and has just been a positive force among many of the students in the choir program. And so, if anybody is deserving of this award, I'm glad I could give it to Sergio. Congratulations, Sergio.
Yay, Serge.
He's probably working at Chick-fil-A right now. Oh, there go all the. Well, I guess it's going pretty quick. Or I guess
That's not too
the stream is catching up pretty fast. So
Surge's picture.
I
Upbeat.
I had to take the ones from the upbeat pictures because that's all I had. I was trying to be really cool. I made these yesterday, guys. If you didn't know, solo work. So if someone asks where's Miss Hernandez, she is driving to San Antonio. I think this weekend, either today or tomorrow, to go be with her son and her daughter-in-law and spend time with them. She misses you all dearly, but I already can tell you she's enjoying the retired life. So if you would in the chat give a shout out to Miss Hernandez so that I could show her this later, and I'm sure she would appreciate. She is.
She will definitely probably watch this later.
I'm sure she will watch this later, and I'll send her the link. If you want to send a message to Miss Hernandez, send it in the chat. That way she can read it.
Who's Cat on Fire?
I think Cat on Fire is Maria Camacho.
Maria Camacho. Me too.
Let's play a guessing game. Who is who in
Well,
the stream chat, except for most of y'all?
everyone's name.
I know we didn't get to surprise her, Debbie, but all right. And then, so we'll move on to the next award, the Director's Choice Award for the female for Miss Pitcock.
My last director's award goes to a student that has been one of the most intrinsically motivated, passionate, and musically gifted students I've met. This kiddo has been in and out of the office countless times, worried about college and what the right choice would be for her musical future. She comes in for morning lessons during all state season because she's in band every other waking moment of the day. She's constantly worried she's not doing or giving enough and still decided to join Upbeat. Nicole, I know there's still another year left for you, but no matter what you decide to do in life, you're going to be incredibly successful because no matter how much is going on, you find a way to get it all done. Your work ethic, passion, and determination are such great qualities. Don't ever stop loving all the parts of music that you do. I will always be your biggest supporter no matter what you decide.
I'm so glad they can't see our faces right
Fine.
now. That's honestly why I did this. I'm hiding behind the screen. Because if you could see our faces, they're totally not teared up. No. So not. Congratulations, Nicole. I was gonna give you this award first, but I was like, no, I'm sorry. Miss Pitcock deserves this one. Because guys, I mean, I remember coming into work at 8:15, 8:30, and you know, and Miss Pitcock had already been there for like an hour, and I was like, of course she was in lessons with Nicole and stuff like that, or Nicole was coming in during her off period in band, and or eating something in the choir hall when she was supposed to be in band. So, but congratulations, Nicole Zamora. All right. Now let's get on to my director's choice, my last director's choice. Oh man, I was gonna write a speech for this one, like a legit, like type it out, but I can't because all I wrote was oh boy, comma this student dot 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 because this is a kid in our choir program that sometimes just drives me right up the wall and can sometimes really just get on my everlast nerve. But I love this kid. I wouldn't change this kid for the world, and I I'll be sad when she graduates, but also kind of happy. But then again, everyone comes along and takes the throne of this particular child, the thorn in my side, but someone who I respect dearly and care about, who sometimes always says, "Mr. Whitney never cares about me. He never likes me. He doesn't do this." You know, uh, I admire her confidence in herself and her intelligence, and you know, she might not seem like it on the front, but she is very smart, and is she's very determined and very hardworking, and has grown as a vocalist. And so I am so proud to give this award to Karen Ramos. Um, just because she's always made herself available. She does what's expected of her, even though sometimes we butt heads, or she comes into my office and complaining about something that I did or didn't do, or I said or I didn't say. And so I'm, some of y'all are in the chat are already guessing at who this is. It's Karen. So I'm proud of you, Karen. Uh, I pick on you all the time just because it's so fun. Because I know that you sometimes will fight back, and so that's always enjoyable. Um, and so I'll be sad when you graduate. You got another year left to go, and so please take it easy next year. All right, because I don't know, someone's gonna take the throne, I'm sure, when you're gone. But I hope whenever you see this that you smile. Probably complain about me a little bit, but I'm sure.
Yay,
So
Karen. Also,
congratulations, Karen.
he's totally not crying, guys. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Miss Pitcock can see the Zoom chat.
Everything's fine.
She can see the Zoom chat. I'm totally not having to dry my eyes. My voice is shaking. It's not shaking.
You're weak. You're showing your weakness.
So, um, so before we move on to the Lobo Leadership Award, uh, I'm sure she's working. Apparently, she bought herself a computer and is getting all these kinds of hours at Whataburger. So before we go on to the final award, I'm gonna play our slideshow, and hopefully this goes well and you can hear everything. Um, so I'm these are pictures that Miss Pitcock and I took throughout the year, and so I'm really bad at taking pictures, even though I apparently love taking. So Miss Pitcock and I combined our our resources here and made this little slideshow for you all. And so I will play it for you right now. All right. I love that picture of the choir girls late to class. That was awesome.
That is definitely a
That's my favorite. Oh, look who's here. Karen's here. Now the okay. All right. Um okay,
Karen, welcome. Congratulations.
so I'm going to let Lorna into the Zoom meeting because Lorna has something that she wanted to say to everybody. Um and so but before she speaks, there is an award, an unannounced award that that I wanted to give out, and that is for the chaperone of the year, a totally new award that I made up today, and that chaperone of the year goes to Mrs. Whitney, who without fail always goes to every audition or every event that we ever have, and will sit with you guys for like the longest time, and takes most of her Saturday to go and be with you guys. And so um, I can't thank her enough for doing that. And so you can give Whitney a shout out in the chat for being the chaperone of the year. And I hope that next year I can give that to one of your parents.
Hint, hint.
So, and then without further ado, Lorna has something that she would like to say, so I'm going to let Lorna.
Hi. Um, so these are a couple of messages that I got from the juniors. Well, on behalf of us towards the seniors. So I'm going to start with Mario's message. It says, a huge shout out to all the phenomenal seniors that have set the example for the new generation. You will be truly remembered and will always lie in a place in our hearts. I'm looking forward to seeing you thrive and grow into the amazing adulthood that lies ahead. I hope we meet again, hashtag 2020. And then Oscar's message says, thank you for always helping us when we've needed it and for leading us to become better singers. Your hard work has led you guys to become the best singers I know. I hope you continue singing and sharing your voice with others. And Nicole says, we are extremely proud of each and every one of your diverse charismas and journeys. We hope whatever lies ahead of you, you cherish and conquer. Here's to all your new beginnings. So now, on behalf of me, I just want to say to all of the seniors that without you guys, none of us underclassmen would be here and would have the confidence to do what we do today. And that's something that you guys should be completely proud of. And I'm gonna say that I'm gonna miss you guys a lot. And the choir hall will not be the same without you guys, but you guys have left a really important legacy behind for us to continue to fill. And now to the underclassmen, to the underclassmen that are here, as an incoming senior, along with the rest of my juniors, we will try our best to fill in those roles, and we will try our best to really just lead you into the right path in this choir program.
Thank you so much. That was so nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lorna.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna remove you. Okay. Before we go on to the last award, we got some choir swag that I hope that we can have next year, or that we will have next year, for everybody in the choir program. I showed it for a brief second, but we got these cool little wristbands that say, I don't know if it's showing up backwards. It's showing up backwards. They say
Bit.
Lopez Choir.
Spin it upside down.
What?
There you go.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh wait. Just kidding.
But they say Lopez Choir. They say leave your legacy, and so we're gonna have these for you guys when we come back, and I'm super excited whenever that time will be. I didn't kick her; she left. Oh, okay. Reading the chat right now. So, all right. Now for the last award. I almost gave it away. um, the Lobo Leadership Award is probably the toughest award to pick, and it's also one of the most painful awards to pick because I can usually name off quite a few of it.
Mhm.
But this kid is someone that I've watched grow as a choral musician since their middle school days. And dang it, I didn't even get to the crying part yet, where I told myself I wasn't gonna cry.
Totally
Okay.
not crying. No one can. Right.
Nobody can see my face. It's okay. So this student was one of my first students that I had in one of my very first choirs when I began teaching. Um, I began my career teaching at Bastedo and at Lopez, and let me tell you, this student had the patience of a saint because I was not that great when I first started out. I made a lot of errors. I made mistakes, and I still do. And as you guys grow into young adults, I always want you all to remember that you'll make mistakes. You'll do stupid things, but as long as you recognize what they are and choose to make them a learning experience. This student embodies those characteristics. This student has been a silent leader among her peers. She has a care for this choir program that runs so deep. Almost a year ago, this student told me that they thought they'd lost their passion for choir and for singing, but they recognized that it was life, school, and the pressures of being a choir member that were sometimes bringing her down. She understood that music and choir was what kept her going through the hard times. Haley Rader, I will try to say these things without tears in my eyes. But I know that even as I write this, I can't hold them. And I was right. You have been a crucial member of this ensemble. You were never afraid to ask the difficult questions. You were never afraid to raise your hand in the middle of the class, say what was on the minds of many. In doing so, you have taught me how to be a better teacher. Even when you were a 7th grader at Bastedo, as we dreaded to rehearse Let It Go every single day because it was our one song for the winter concert, you have been met with adversity, and you've never given up. And I know deep down you are going to go on to do many great things just because you're you. And I can't wait to witness them. 2020 Lobo Leadership Award goes to senior Haley Rader. So I don't know if Haley is working or if she's in on this, but congratulations, Haley. I made it. Made it through that speech.
You, you did. Congratulations, Haley.
So, oh look, that took 40 minutes. That took a lot longer than I expected. Um, I want to thank you guys so much for attending this virtual award ceremony, and and that hopefully we will all be back together soon. Um, I would like to say that today I signed up to be an usher for graduation. So for those of you seniors that are going to be attending graduation in person, I will see you again soon. Um, and for those of you who I do not know when we'll meet again, I am praying every day that we find some cure, we find some kind of vaccine that we can get through this, and that we'll be in our classrooms together again in August. So
Lorna says, let's Zoom now.
let's Zoom now. Yes, let's Zoom.
Oh,
I don't mind zooming. I'm
okay.
gonna end the awards ceremony unless Miss Pitcock has anything left to say. If she has a parting message, I obviously have none left. So
Not ready for that. I can't.
okay. So we're gonna end the awards ceremony here, but I guess we can have an after party in Zoom. And so I will send out the Zoom link via Remind right now if you want to come in and just we can all talk amongst ourselves unofficially. So thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that we got to do this with each other and that technology has been able to keep us together and connected through this time. So I will I'm gonna sign off right now and send the Zoom. Bye.